fired up as their guys are ready to do it. And the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out here with the option left. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Boy, shifts past him. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
It's now 4th.
Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3 and out. And for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. Then the other...
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there.
Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
19-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And returning it, here's Hamler. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
He was brought down by
Zach Bond there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 30.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And
an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now. It's Elliott. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rolling to his right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He was 23 yards on the pickup.
The plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
It got his man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
To Tony Pollard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Open man lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
46, 46.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Flushed out right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Again, it's Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4-on-4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun on third. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Lining up for the
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
17-yard line.
Well, if you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
The pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Ezekiel.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Saints on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
To number 80.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
15 yards on the play, first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing here, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it. The knee there, play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy